Marcel, we met Nora, your on-screen girlfriend. We even got a kiss at the dinner table. So I'm wondering, was that your first on-screen kiss?
On screen, yeah. On screen, yeah. Yeah.
It's a big moment.
Well, yeah. I mean, but yeah, on screen it was my first kiss, so it was kind of weird just because it's a job, it's acting,
Yeah.
it's different, and you're doing it not just you and the person. It's in front of like the whole crew and everyone and like hundreds of thousands of people watching at home.
Isabella, you were squealing with laughter when I just asked Marcel that question. What is it like for you being like his big sister on the show, but also in real life? What is it like for you watching all of this?
I think I'm way more stressed out than him. It's so uncomfortable. It makes me want to die.
Hi, Isabella. Hi, Marcel. How are you guys doing?
Good.
It's so nice to see both of your smiles and friendly faces. It's a really weird time. I know we're all at home, staying safe. But of course, first of all, how are both of you doing?
I mean, I'm doing good. It is after a while you start going a little crazy. I've been talking with a couple of friends because if you just don't talk to anyone or stay alone at home, you will go crazy. But I feel like we can all relate. At least we're all in the same place, and we're all feeling the same way all around the world. So that's good to feel that we're all in this together. But yeah, it's just sometimes the days get very repetitive. It starts feeling like Groundhog Day.
Have you hit the stir crazy point?
Almost. I'm trying to keep myself busy so I don't hit that place.
Okay, and I'll ask you what you're doing, but Isabella, first, how are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm pretty okay. I'm an introvert, so staying home with nothing to do is kind of my dream. But that was kind of my downfall too, is like I came into this being like, oh, it's gonna be great because I'm so good at this. And then I'm almost to my third week of it. Yeah. And so starting this week, my body was like, oh, wait, I'm so sorry. Is this like our life now? So now I feel a little off, but I'm working through it.
The fact that you say you're an introvert absolutely shocks me because you're like a comedy god. You're so full of life. So it's funny, like, are you like a homebody? You're used to kind of like nesting at home?
Yeah, and I mean, I'm an extroverted introvert, but like what it means is having human interaction takes my energy away, and so I have to come back to myself and hang out by myself to like recharge, whereas an extrovert is charged by being around people.
Got it. A psychology whiz as well. So many talents. These are long days. They're long days, long hours. What are you doing to pass the time?
Well, I'm doing a lot of homework, which is what a lot of kids my age are doing, so that's a great way to pass the time. It's also weird to adapt to that, just because, waking up early when you don't really technically have to. No one's telling you to wake up early. You have to put yourself some discipline, and that's something that I feel like all the kids my age are adapting to.
Yeah.
And I mean, apart from that, I'm trying to clean my room, do things in my house that I don't get to do every other day.
What does your typical day look like? Because I imagine you have a set tutor when you're at work, right?
Yeah.
So now your day is really like a typical high school student.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to getting in and out of public school because I rather be going to school than being at home, just because I like interacting with my friends and socializing, keeping that part of like my childhood. But yeah, it's usually that where I'm very independent, but at the same time, like I need someone to take my phone away or tell me, oh, you have this due tomorrow, so that I actually do it. Because if not, it's like it's harder for me to force myself to work. But yeah, I try to take breaks in between, because if you're too long staring at a screen, you start going crazy. So I try to do like an hour of school and then half an hour of like playing basketball and then go back into it.
So are you like Skyping with teachers? I just don't know how I would ever teach myself like algebra or science at home by myself.
It's so rough.
It was hard enough for me physically being in a room with a teacher. So how is it that you're managing all of this?
Yeah, I'm realizing now how stressful it is when you explain it. But well, I've gotten used to this season since we shoot while I'm in school. I cannot attend school. So this semester I'm doing it online. So really, even though everyone's like in quarantine, online school still is doing the same thing.
Isabella, what are you doing at home, Queen?
Nothing as structured or professional.
Living the best life.
No, I'm really, every day is different but the same. The only thing that I'm telling myself that I have to do is get my body moving at least once a day.
That's great.
And that's it. Because at first I felt a lot of pressure because everybody kept being like, oh, now that we're quarantined, we're going to write our script and we're going to do this thing and we're going to like learn a new language and a new instrument. And I felt so overwhelmed. I was like, I can't believe I have to come out of this thing with a whole new skill set. Like that seems
wild,
insane. But I've been very vocal about going to therapy, and one of the things we've talked about is people want to fall back into their old patterns within their homes in this new thing. It's just kind of a trauma response. And so if your life is go, 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 people are trying to keep it that way within their homes. And for me, I'm just trying to let my body process this thing that realistically is traumatic. It's a traumatic event that the world is going through. And I think a lot of people are kind of like hazing out of it and being like, I'm just gonna learn a new language and then we'll see what happens, which is totally fair too. But for me, it's been easier to let myself feel my things, work out once a day. I've been watching all the documentaries and all the TV shows and all the movies. I still have acting class, so that gives me a little bit of structure.
Wow, you're busy. I mean, look, are you doing like Skype therapy sessions still?
Oh my God, yeah.
So you're Skyping with your therapist, you're Skyping with your acting class. Are you Skyping with a trainer? Are you doing workouts virtually?
No, I don't have a trainer, but I do like online workouts and I do that whole thing. And I've been working out more than ever. I'll be like, it's my 3rd hour of a workout, but I'm just gonna keep going.
What else do we have to do, right?
There's nothing else to do. There's
just
nothing
more sit-ups.
I know.
What kind of workouts are you doing? I'm curious.
It depends. I've been getting back into running, which is kind of a lot of runners talking about it being a form of therapy and of meditation because you kind of zone out. So I've been doing that. I like circuit training a lot, so I'll like do exercise and medicine balls and jump rope and whatever. And I've been going on a ton of walks, and in the middle of my walk there's stairs. So I'll stop there and do like 20, 30 minutes of like going up and down and then continue. So that's kind of been my jam.
Getting shredded during quarantine.
I mean, I've also been eating all the snacks. So it's just really staying like balanced.
Okay, so my next question, is there a meal or a snack that is like your go-to right now that you feel that you're just constantly preparing in the kitchen?
Honestly, snacks, Oreos, and like a fast meal that you know it's easy to make, quesadillas.
Can I ask flavor of Oreo?
Double stuff, just
yes.
Come on.
Really?
You can't mess with the regulars. It always has to be double stuff.
There's a whole new world out there I can show you guys because there are all kinds of flavors. That you gotta try lemon Oreos. Oh, I feel like I'm such a Latina. I've been eating so much like beans and rice and like either like ground turkey or ground beef or chicken. And I've been trying to do like granola and yogurt, which is always something that I like in theory. I'm like, that seems really nice. And now I have time and it's available. So that's what I've been doing.
Why is everything chrome?
Man, this beat got me feeling like the franchise boys in this bitch. Lean with it, rock with it.
Marcel, I'm watching you on TikTok. You're brilliant on TikTok. I want to know, how much fun are you having on TikTok, and like, what's the secret to making a great video?
Bruh, Isabella's face right now.
I hate this question.
Why you hate that question?
I'm not on TikTok. I haven't
when you should be.
But I just think it's so funny because Marcel and I had a conversation before all of this went down. He's like, I'm not really on TikTok. I don't really do it.
I feel like I'm not like compared to like other people my age. Like I'm not like very consistent, but I guess like when I'll put out a video, I'll just try to have fun with it. But yeah, it just started like, I mean, when it became famous like a couple months ago, like everyone had it besides me. And like I saw my friends doing videos, it looked fun. So to be able to relate to my friends in that way, I just downloaded it. And I guess now with quarantine, you have a lot of options to use it and make videos of it. I still haven't done too many, but I'm gonna try to make more.
What goes through your mind when you're like, I'm gonna set up this TikTok and I'm gonna do this? The basketball one that you did was super impressive.
Yeah, so that was like, I saw this guy doing something like that, so I like just got inspiration from that, and I was just in my room bored and I just did it. Yeah, stuff like that, like it really comes out of nowhere. It's just for fun, something that's funny or something that's cool.
Are you gonna try to convince Isabella to make an account while all this is still going on?
Well, she should make an account. I feel like she'd be great on TikTok.
I feel like you would too. Why are you so resistant? You're so funny. You've got the biggest personality in the world. You know, a little renegade, a little something.
See, I feel like people expect me to be like a dancey TikToker, and I can't. I don't. It's not my cup of tea.
I'm just gonna low-key say it, like those dances are not really like dance. Like you can do it. I see you do it.
Or like, I have faith in you.
Listen, let's check it. Like maybe in 2 weeks, I'll be like, guys, follow me on TikTok.
Okay, we'll stay tuned. We're gonna keep applying pressure.
Great.
Marcel, a very hard-hitting question for you. Do blondes have more fun?
Do they?
Blondes have more fun.
Ooh.
Because the last time I saw you, this blonde do was not there. You were a full-blown brunette.
That's true. I mean, I feel like just dyeing your hair, you'll have more fun.
Oh.
Yeah? How so?
Wow. Me personally, I had never dyed my hair in my life. And I like my natural hair color, but at this age, after a while, you can get a little bored.
At this age. In my long 16 years of life.
Hey, but like, especially now, you see all these people doing things with their looks and having fun with it. I mean, it's the age to do it. And at the same time, it's like, you could get a little bored after a while. So, I mean, it's like, it's weird. The first couple of days I would wake up and like forget my hair was like this. And I just saw like white in front of my face. And I was like, what is that? But, but it's fun. Yeah, it is really fun to play around with dyeing my hair color.
So was this a work decision? Was this for the character of Alex?
Oh, 50-50. Yeah. I mean, a lot of kids my age are dyeing their hair or like, I don't know, piercing their ear or doing stuff like that for fun. And I wanted to do it in real life anyways. I was going to do this color or if not like a pink or something like that.
Oh, I love that.
And when I talked to the showrunners of One Day at a Time, Mike and Gloria, we were talking and I just said it like it's an option. What if Alex just dyes his hair? I mean, that would be fun. I feel like it's the age he would do it. And, you see him the first couple of seasons caring so much about his look. Now as a teenager, it's like, I don't care. Let's see how this looks.
Yeah.
So they loved the idea and we did it. So that was really fun to do that for the show.
So is the blonde here to stay? Do you think this will be like a permanent look change for you?
I mean, I'm not going to say permanent, but maybe for a little while. And I just feel like after you dye your hair, you get addicted to it and just start doing every color. So we'll see other colors for sure.
And he has such a nice base for other colors because they'll stick so well to that. It'll be so nice.
What color's next?
I low-key want to do pink next.
I think pink would look so fierce. Oh my God, would you try that in quarantine? Order a little box of dye off Amazon and give it a shot? Shock Gloria, shock Mike.
But
you can do Kool-Aid. I remember when I was like your age, I dyed my hair with Kool-Aid. And then that way you can just take it out pretty easy, yeah.
Oh, wow. Life hack.
I made you a profile on Tinder. Says lonely Catholic nurse seeks big, strong man to fill the hole in her life?
You might want to reword that.
Isabella, my question for you is, a lot of girls and women especially are, we're missing our eyebrow appointments. People's roots are growing out. I want to know, what is your beauty routine like in quarantine? And is there something you cannot wait to make an appointment for when this is all over?
I'm a a bad girl. I don't
You're
I
a
don't
natural
get my eyebrows done. I have virgin hair. I've never dyed it. My mother cuts my hair.
Wow.
I never really get my nails done because Elena wouldn't so
Right.
I don't do my eyebrows while we do Elena. Like I don't even pluck them at all. So I'm chilling.
Not stressed about beauty at all.
I think actually what's been my routine is not doing anything. Like getting to like not wear makeup and give my hair a break and not do things to anything is so nice. And the only thing I've been doing is I've been going crazy with the moisturizer on my face. And I tried toner for the first time. And I was like, look at me.
A grown up.
My skin.
Well, you both look great from the waist up, but I want a moment of honesty. Are there sweatpants below? Because they're definitely up right there.
It's like not even sweatpants.
Nice.
I'm like in the tiniest PJ shorts, and like my room's a disaster. I'm like, this is incredible.
It's actually so cool that you guys are dressed like so well, like half up, and then you're like, hey, I mean, let's stay comfortable.
This is our new normal.
I mean, you guys should have seen me like 30 seconds before I joined the thing. I was like, oh, where's the lip gloss? And okay, go.
Do you have like a quarantine outfit that you guys have been living in? Have you been getting ready at all? Some people are wearing jeans. I don't understand that. What have you been wearing?
Workout outfits and sweatpants. That's it.
I've been wearing sweatpants and just any t-shirt that I go to sleep in.
The cozy life. Oh, yes. Go from the bed to the living room and never change. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
If they leave me, it'll just be you and me. Dear God, you gotta get them back.
So I want to talk to you guys about One Day at a Time. Congratulations. The 4th season is so freaking good. I didn't think it could get better, but it did. I want to know, how is this whole pandemic affecting production?
Well, we're not there. And we don't know when we'll be back, which is so unsettling and weird because normally, I mean, we're kind of no strangers to it because with the cancellation season 3, it was kind of the same thing where it was like, ooh, maybe they will, maybe they won't.
Yeah.
But with this, it's like we're airing now, so we don't really know what that's going to look like. But of course, it's necessary, and especially, Rita and Norman, they don't look it, but they're up there in years, and we just want to make sure everybody stays safe.
How much are you missing being there with the cast and the crew? And I know you guys are such a tight-knit family.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're all feeling the same way. We're trying to text as much as possible. Every time there's an episode that airs, we do a Zoom live while we're watching the episode, which is really cool. That still feels like we're together watching it.
Nice.
And especially we were getting into the hang of it so well. We were deep into the season, halfway through it. It was getting better every week, and then now we took this break. It feels a little weird, and yeah, we just want to be back. The season's so great, and it's been so much fun to film.
Has the group chat been lit?
Yeah.
I'm like, Marcel and I are like looking at each other like
honestly, like
what goes on in those group chats? Is it trading memes? What is it that you guys are chatting about, or are you just kind of checking on each other, making sure everyone's happy and safe?
yeah.
we can check each other, making sure people are safe, but also it's just sometimes sharing funny thoughts or stories, and like positivity to every episode that's airing on Tuesdays, and for me, it's just the funniest thing is when Rita texts.
Tell me.
After every text, she writes like by Rita. Like if it's
Sometimes every text she has a signature.
like we know it's you. You don't have to put Rita at the bottom.
But she's the queen. We could never tell her that.
I will say it's also been really cool. This is the first time that us as a cast has been on a network show. Mm-hmm. So like texting about like numbers and like all that stuff the day after is so weird. Like I've never had to do that before. Yeah. And it's super interesting to see like how we did and like what does it mean for us, and like it's just getting to do episode by episode is such a different thing. And there's so much like information then on just the episode, and like we're getting to live tweet, so we'll all do the Zoom or we'll text each other during, and then we'll do all these Instagram lives, and like it's been a really nice thing to look forward to during quarantine.
I think one of the coolest things about your writer's room is that they write about the most topical things that are going on. And I think it's so awesome that you're now on cable, where the writers have sort of this advantage where they can write as they go, as opposed to with the old regime where they had to write a bunch, you shot a bunch, and then you were done. So I'm wondering, do you think there's a chance that we will get a quarantine or a coronavirus episode this season?
I mean, we did a mini episode.
It was amazing, yes.
Yeah, so we did that, but I guess it depends when we go back, but I would assume because it's something that the Alvarez family would definitely be affected by. So.
How was virtual school today?
Pretty much like this, talking to people I don't want to talk to.
Ouch, Papito.
Wow, hey, is it evening time check-in already? I reorganized my entire closet. I really wish I had more clothes. I'm going nuts!
I can't imagine Schneider and Penelope living with each other in quarantine. Just driving each other nuts. Papito going nuts in the corner of the room, just being irritated by everybody. Elena educating everybody on what's going on.
Cleaning every doorknob. I'm like,
That's so accurate.
I feel like it wraps itself. But like, had there been talks about an episode maybe airing like that, other than from the mini episode which you did?
no, because that's the thing is we don't know when we're going back. And I know Gloria has been vocal about this on Twitter. It's like, we don't know what it looks like to go back to work because even a skeleton crew is, I think, around 60 people. Mm-hmm. That's a ton of people, and no way we can stay 6 feet apart from each other. And we're all touching each other, especially for actors. We have 4 million people on us all the time.
Of course.
Yeah, the scripts that are going around, it's just, there's a lot to have to avoid.
It's so nice to meet all of you. Thank you for taking me to dinner, Miss Alvarez.
Oh, well, it's not every day that Alex gets a new girlfriend. And even though that day was 4 weeks ago, it's nice to finally meet you.
Marcel, we met Nora, your on-screen girlfriend. That was a really fun and delicious episode. We even got a kiss at the dinner table. So I'm wondering, was that your first on-screen kiss?
On screen, yeah. On screen, yeah. Yeah.
It's a big moment.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like I don't know. My manager texted me like after the episode aired, like, "Yeah, first on-screen kiss, congrats!" And it's just like it just didn't feel like that, like such like a big deal. I mean, we're all acting; it's professional. I think, we're me and Raquel, who plays Nora, we're very mature and both the same age, and like as actors, I guess. So we know, I guess that's normal. But yeah, on screen it was my first kiss, so it was kind of weird just because it's a job, it's acting.
Yeah.
It's different, and you're doing it not just you and a person. It's in front of like the whole crew and everyone and like hundreds of thousands of people watching at home.
Well, I was gonna ask, did you watch with your family? What did the group chat say when the episode aired? What was everyone's reaction?
Very quiet, very quiet. I mean, I remember we were on Zoom and like I just could see like all the writers' faces like going like this, and I was just there chilling because I had seen it already. I mean, it wasn't like that big of a deal. For me, it was just like the fans' reactions to it was really funny, just because already this whole season they've been comparing like Alex from now.
I know.
Like the height difference with Lydia and things like that have been really cool to see. And now with like the kids, it's just something that like they didn't expect to come already in the second episode. So it's a lot to get used to.
Isabella, you were squealing with laughter when I just asked Marcel that question. What is it like for you being like his big sister on the show, but also in real life? What is it like for you watching all of this?
I think I'm way more stressed out than him. It's so uncomfortable. It makes me want to die.
Why? Why is it uncomfortable?
Because we're like family, and I've known this kid since he was 12 years old, and so it's just.
And I had to kiss her in front of everyone on my whole family in the dinner table.
It doesn't do is like we're at the dinner table and like we're supposed to all clock it, and kissing on screen is very different than kissing on camera. In life, because you hold it for longer for it to register. So then it's like they're making up for what in life feels like an ungodly amount of time.
Exactly.
Did it feel that way? Like you were kissing for much longer than you would have in real life?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not saying it real because in real life, hey, you do whatever you want.
Right.
but but yeah, it felt longer than it was supposed to be. Yeah, like sometimes you're kissing there, and it's like you feel like it was long enough for the camera to register it, and it's like, oh no, we didn't even see it. So like add 30 seconds to that, and we're like, oh my god. But at least I felt more comfortable of having Isabella by my side because she had to kiss so many people on the show, and she knows how it feels.
Bro, that was what like threw me too. Is I remember my first on-screen kiss was with Froy season 1 with Josh, and we were 18, and I remember us freaking out. Like we were like, this is the worst. So then seeing Marcel and Raquel be so chill, and they're like, hey, anyway, yeah, let's do this thing, but whatever. I was like, okay. So weird.
Did you give him any advice? Or Marcel, did you go to Isabella for any advice?
No, I just kept being like, hey, do you need to talk about it? Are you okay? Are you comfortable? And he's like, what do you mean? We're just kidding.
I was like, we talk about what? But I mean, I was just like, yeah, it is what it is.
Marcel,
you gotta do.
Marcel, you are so chill and so relaxed. I have to know, the internet has gone pretty nuts over you in the last couple weeks. Like, I don't know if you've taken notice, but the comments on the interview we did together on the set of the show, everyone is in love with you and thinks that you're like this teen dream heartthrob. So I want to know how you're handling this newfound heartthrob status. Again, Isabella's face.
I mean, I don't really like see it that way or see that. I mean, I'm very like grateful for any support that I get, and I know like the fans of the show and my fans are always supporting and are really nice throughout all these years. So I mean, I'm always very thankful for that, and I'm being myself. I don't know, I'm being myself, and if people like that, that's awesome.
Isabella,
the worst. Well, I just like, here's the thing is, Marcel looks super grown because he's grown up a lot, and he's super handsome and whatever. But sometimes people forget that he's a child, like a literal underage child. And so sometimes it's just really stressful to see, like, teenage girls will always be crazy, and like I remember being that way about like Justin Bieber or whoever. Mm-hmm. But then when it's like adults making comments and adults being weirdos and adults being like, Marcel's so hot, I'm like, he doesn't even have his license yet. How about you chill out?
That's true. Not even the learner's permit yet. Need to get my learner's permit.
Yeah, so it's a little weird. And it's also, again, like, he's like my baby brother, and I'm like, stop. Don't say that about him.
And then, Isabella, for you, it's the opposite, where everybody on YouTube is absolutely floored by the fact that you're 22. Everybody thinks that you're 16. And I saw you tweeted, Raquel Justice actually thought that you were turning 16.
Yeah.
When you were working together. I mean, what do you make of all of those hilarious comparisons?
It is what it is.
You're working for a long time.
I'll be working for a long time. I'm going to be 30 working with a teen cast, which makes me a little nervous.
Hey, girl, get that coin. Keep that coin. Yes.
It's fine. I've always had a baby face.
Can I just let you off here?
If you stop first.
Fine.
Marcel, I'm just doing my job here. I'm a woman of the people. The people of the internet know that Alex is happy in love. They want to know if Marcel is happy in love.
Whoa! Whoa! Hey, I'm just going to say that during quarantine, it makes it 10 times harder to be happy in love. But I don't know. I like a lot of people, you know? It's a lot of people that are very beautiful souls,
Okay.
you could say.
Has one captured your heart?
I mean, I'm not saying there's no one like I'm really like talking to right now. I'm not, I don't have a girlfriend right now.
Okay, he's single, ladies.
And especially now that I'm, when you work on one day at a time, not going to school, that's really at this age where you can, have a relationship or something like that. But yeah, I mean, in the past, there has been people that I liked, and now, I mean, there's a lot of people that I meet that I really get along with. So
I'm sorry, what?
During quarantine, what I'm trying to say is that if you can talk to someone, if you can get someone, you know, to talk to, have conversations about, relate to, it's a good idea. I'm still of that generation that like didn't from the start grew up with a phone in their face or things like that. So I like to meet people in person, and I like to, you know, have conversations and, you know, yeah.
Okay. Queen Isabella, same question for you.
Woo!
You have some admirers as well.
I'm just still focused on like, now I gotta call Marcel after this and be like, who are you talking to during quarantine that I haven't heard about? You know what he said, quarantine's hard. Quarantine is so hard.
I mean, being so young and being in the spotlight, is dating hard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
And in LA is a hard place to meet people
Very.
that
I
are.
feel like being in the spotlight is just harder, just because I don't know, but I feel like maybe it's harder for people to get to know your true self. Maybe they already think that they know you, but they really don't at the end of the day. So it's more about, yeah, you're just getting to meet someone in a real way, you know, not because you heard something about them or see them on TV.
What is it that you're both looking for in another partner, in another human being?
I think a sense of humor, somebody that's easy to talk to, and somebody that has good intentions and a good heart. I think is what's hardest to find in LA.
Hey, we're both looking for the same thing.
Either of you have a celebrity crush?
It's really hard to talk about these things because technically we could meet them.
Yeah, exactly.
But then it's like, oh.
And then you would thank me for playing Cupid between the two of you.
God, I feel like lately everybody in my life has been trying to play Cupid. I just watched Zac Efron's Hot Ones interview, and I was a big High School Musical fan, and I was like, yes, Zac, go off.
I'll give a name, but I feel like this is like my former celebrity crush.
Okay.
Emily Ratajkowski.
I interviewed her last year. She did an amazing horror movie with Aaron Paul. You should watch it. She was really good at that too. Yes.
She's really cool, yeah.
She's gorgeous.
This family needs boundaries. Boundaries are for white people. Next thing you know, we're eating Lunchables in separate rooms and Grandmama lives in a home.
I think the other big thing that fans of One Day at a Time really love is that you guys, Isabella and Marcel, you're not only siblings on screen, you very much feel like your family off screen.
Yeah.
So I would love if you could just talk about your relationship a little, what you love most about one another, what annoys you about one another, and just like the magic between the two of you and your friendship.
Yes, Marcel, what do you love most about me?
What I love most about Isabella is that, you know, every day on set, she's just putting a smile on everyone's face. She's hugging people even if they don't want to hug. So that's great about her. And she's just very positive. She's great to be around. It's, you know, you need that energy when you're filming a scene, or especially in a comedy show. You need to have energy, and it's great to really feel like a family, because we can joke around and not be nervous. Oh, it's okay if I make this joke or something like that. We're really all over the place.
Aww. That was sweet. He's never said anything nice about me before this. No, I love that we have, like, this feels to me like a real sibling relationship. And especially as I've gotten, like, we've both gotten older, obviously. I feel very much like mother hen, and that I'm, like, with the Raquel stuff and stuff, I'm always like, hey, what's up? Do you need me? Do you need anything? Do you want to talk about anything? My door's always open. And he's like, yeah, dude, I'm good, but thanks. I'm like, okay, I love you. Have a good day. And he's like, okay. It feels very true to what it is. But Marcel's such a cool 16-year-old, which I try not to tell him often. But he's just like funny and charming and like super talented genuinely, which a lot of 16-year-olds in this industry are. And so it's just, I'm just saying he has a lot of great qualities to him, which is really cool, especially to watch him grow into them.
That's the first nice thing she says about me too.
That's a lie.